Hello everybody, this is Chromanson50 back with another mod review. Now, I'm not going to do too many of these unless they're from D6 Modding, which this one is in fact from. However, also if I'm a little sniffly, it's because I have allergies. But the special thing about this mod is Mundane Armory mod by Chromanson50. Yep, this is mine. I programmed it, I textured it, I made everything in this entire mod. It took me forever, a couple days at least. Especially the texturing, the coding didn't take that long, but it still took quite a while. But yeah, this is my very first contribution actively to D6 modding as an actual mod. It is available on CurseForge and the Curse Launcher, as well as the D6 modding website, which is available from votableminecraft.com in the future. I'll try and get a link if I can, but no promises. Now, I put up the mod a couple days ago, and I am surprised by just how many downloads it actually got. It's already at 60 as of now. I haven't checked. It's probably still at 60. But the crafting recipes are very complicated, so without using just enough items for the version that it's on, 1.8.9, as I am, I decided to make a video so that everyone may know the crafting recipes, as not only are they very expensive, but some of them are very complicated. Now, the mod adds many new weapons, as well as 9 new achievements, which I will be showing you in the video as I get them. I have actually gotten all of them but one due to a bug, but yeah, I'll tell you what they are and what they say. Also, there are 3 or 4 uncraftable items, which I will be going over why they're uncraftable for specific reasons that I laid down. But, enough stalling, let's actually get into the mod. Now, as Mundane Armory mod suggests, it focuses on adding a variety of weapons to your arsenal that are all modern and current. Meaning, no more medieval swords. If there are any swords, they are all modern things you might see in something today. Because I always thought it was kind of weird, because Minecraft is getting very modernized. Redstone, banners. So I decided, why not add weapons to fit? A lot of these are things you could probably find around the house or simply create or find at hardware stores or, sports shops. So this is just an extension of what I thought Minecraft's weaponry should be. But enough stalling of stalling, let's get into the first weapon section. The first type of weapon you'll be able to craft, or the first weapon I'll be going over, is the baseball bats. Now, baseball bats are your generic sword-type weapon. However, they have a special thing to them that I will be going over. So the first one is the wooden baseball bat, crafted as you would a wooden sword, however, with 2 string. Simply place a stick for the handle, 2 string for the grip, and 2 wood as you would for a regular sword, and you get the wooden bat. With most of these, they come with knockback, which is why they're baseball bats, because they knock back enemies. So as you can see, about 5 blocks of knockback on this first one. It's about as durable, if not exactly as durable, as a wooden sword. However, it does the damage of a stone sword. Stone and wood swords are practically obsolete in this mod. Pretty much everything does more than 5 damage, as is the case. I'm trying to make sure you don't use vanilla weapons anymore, as this is meant to completely redo weaponry in the Minecraft experience. This is 1.8.9 only, so all the cool stuff added in 1.9 does not apply. Eventually, there will be a version of the mod for 1.8.9, or not 1.8.9, but just 1.9 in general. But for now, this is all we've got available. So that was the wooden bat. The next step up is the flint bat. It is instead of brown, it is grayish with a dark gray highlight instead of a dark brown highlight. It is crafted the exact same way except replacing the wood with flint. If you've already gone mining and found yourself a little bit of flint, just use this one instead. It's already as powerful as a metal sword or a wood or an iron sword in Minecraft's terms, as does 6 damage. It shares knockback 1 with the wooden bat, so it knocks them back about 5 blocks. The exact 1, 2, 3, 4, exactly 5 blocks. Yeah, I was correct. However, it is more durable than a stone sword, if not as durable. All of these are designed around the durability of regular Minecraft tools. Some are less and some are more, but most of them fall within the durability of respective wood, stone, iron, gold, and diamond. However, gold is kind of excluded except for a couple weapons, but the durability isn't even affected by the fact that they are made of gold. The next weapon is the metal bat. It is overall lighter than the flint bat, the grip is a different color, and the highlight is white instead of dark gray. Now once you find iron, definitely make the upgrade due to something that I will make apparent as soon as it's crafted. Knockback 2, and it's as powerful as a diamond sword. So let's test out knockback here real quickly. So I put it right here. There we go. That's 6 to 7 blocks of knockback, including mid-air. As said, it is as durable as an iron sword, but it does the damage of a diamond sword, and it has knockback too. So if you want to keep your enemies far away from you while still doing a lot of damage, upgrade to the metal sword, or the metal bat. Sorry about that. This texture took me forever to make. Now, it is about the same as a wooden sword, however, if you look closely, there is a little bit of a squiggly on the bat itself. This is meant to be some sort of autograph from a famous baseball player. Now, this recipe is very expensive, as a lot of the high-tier weapons are. For the hilt, you'll use a blaze rod, same string as before for the grip. 4 spruce for the interior to cover up the fact that it is actually diamond on the interior. You get knockback 3, more powerful than a diamond sword, the Major League Bat. Now, it is about a little bit more durable than a iron sword. It is not as durable as diamond, but we'll be seeing about that in the next one. It looks identical to the wooden sword, however, it does have the squiggly on it. It also has knockback 3, which I will be testing out. By all means, this is most likely the superior bat in the mod. Look at that. 8 to 9 blocks of knockback. That is insane. However, if you're going for the achievements and just are more focused on power than as I was saying before I was interrupted ever so rudely by the rain, if you're going for more of damage instead of enchantability by way of knockback, the next ultimate weapon, and the first in its category, is better for you. Now, it is much darker than the Major League Bat, has no autograph, the hilt is a different color, and the highlight is black instead of dark brown. The crafting recipe is much more expensive. Now, a lot of these require emeralds, so if you want to use the ultimate weapons, have a good stockpile of them. Simply take a blaze rod, 2 string, 2 birch, 2 spruce, a diamond sword, and an emerald, and you will get the real bat. If you know what that is from, you are cool. It is also the first reference in the mod. I will not be telling you what the reference is to, but if you know what it is, you will know. It is more powerful than a diamond sword. It trades knockback for 9 attack damage. And it is also as durable as a diamond sword. So just remember that. It gives you the first achievements upon crafting it. 1 of 9 that you'll get from crafting each of the ultimate weapons. I already got it from just testing things out in general, but you get 1 for the pros. Acquire the incredibly rare and valuable real bat. So if you craft all 9 ultimate weapons, you should have all but 1 of the achievements just due to a glitch. So yeah, that's the first ultimate weapon. Next is frying pans, which have the ability to do something very special relating to this pork chop, which you will see in a second. Take cobblestone and craft it like this, and you get a frying pan. Despite being made of cobblestone, it is not as powerful as a stone sword. It is as powerful as a wooden sword, but a little bit more durable. The real power comes from the fact that if you have a raw pork chop, you can actually duplicate it to your heart's desire. This is shared by all of the frying pans, so just remember that if you want lots and lots of food. It is slightly overpowered, but the durability of the weapon and the damage make up for it. Next, you have the lightweight frying pan. It is lighter than the dark frying pan in color, however not very much actual weight, as there's no weight mechanic in Minecraft. The highlight is lighter, and in the corners you have a little bit of a darker shade instead of the lighter shade you see in the regular one. It is crafted the same way, simply with metal. It shares the duplication of pork chops with the regular one. It does as much damage as a stone sword, despite being made of metal. And this one just makes pork chops out of light air. Yes. Insane, right? As said, these can be very overpowered. Just remember that. But that was the lightweight frying pan. Next, the cast frying pan. The recipe is mixed up a little bit here, as it's meant to resemble some form of bronze. Instead of light gray, it is dark brown and orange. The highlight is also black instead of, well, dark orange or gray. Now, it is crafted the same way as a lightweight frying pan. However, to heat it up enough that it becomes the cast frying pan, take 2 flint and tinder and put it in these 2 slots, and you get a cast frying pan. As powerful as an iron sword, so if you have enough iron to make it, definitely do this if you haven't found diamond yet. It can also make pork chops appear out of light air, or thin air, whichever one you prefer. The deluxe frying pan. 2 diamonds, 3 iron, 2 iron blocks, and 2 flint and steel will get you this weapon. Now, it's actually a very good weapon. Simply place the iron like this, the iron like that, I believe, the diamond like this, and 2 flint and steel, and there you go. Now, as you can see, it is enchanted. It does as much damage as an iron sword, but the real kicker comes in the fact that it has fire aspect 1. Now, it's slightly useful against mobs, however, it is outclassed by the very expensive next weapon, which I will be going over in a second. The ultimate frying pan and the next achievement is the golden frying pan. Crafted pretty much the same way, except for replacing these 4 crafting slots with gold blocks instead of, well, iron. Simply place the flint and tinder here as usual, 2 diamonds here, and you get the golden frying pan. Fire aspect 2, it is also as powerful as a diamond sword. Rain, stop interrupting me. Bleh. Stop interrupting me in my mod reviews. So it is as powerful as a diamond sword. It also has fire aspect 2, so it deals more burning damage, I believe, over a longer period of time. Although, don't quote me on that. I don't know the exact ramifications of the enchantments. But that is your second ultimate weapon, and it grants you an achievement. Scroll to the left for TF2 would be proud. Acquired the very expensive golden frying pan. So that is the second reference in the mod. Upon crafting it as you would with most of the ultimate weapons, you get the achievement. So that is 2 out of 9. Next is gun type weapons. The first weapon is the stun gun. Now these are a little bit odd to craft, so bear with me here. Take 2 iron, a block of TNT, a diamond, 1 thing of redstone, and a flint and tinder, and you get the stun gun. Now, never use any of these but the ultimate against enemies, because these are meant to be tactical decisions in PvP. Now, it takes redstone as ammunition. It's not very durable, but it fires very fast. And redstone is pretty stinking common. Be warned though, each of these does damage to you. The principle of PvP here is that you're siphoning your own life energy to deal lots of damage. And these deal a lot of damage. This deals 6 to 12 damage, I believe. However, it deals 3 to 5 hearts of damage to you. So it's a tactical decision of whether or not you want to use this and deal tons of damage to an enemy, but still damaging yourself for quite a bit. If you have a lot of healing items and you're facing just one enemy, by all means, use it, as it is very powerful. So that was the stun gun, which, as said, not very usable in PvE, but if you're facing actual players, then by all means, try and use this if you believe the situation is according. Now, to use this next one, just going to quickly get this out of the way, you'll need to craft pellets. Simply put an iron and a gunpowder in a crafting table, and you get 10 pellets. This next one deals a bit more damage to you, but it is incredibly damaging against other players. To make this, simply place 2 blocks of iron, a block of TNT, a block of redstone, a flint and tinder, and finish off with a block of diamond. Oops, what'd I do wrong? Oop, okay, yep. Sorry if I made a mistake. Some of these crafting recipes are rather odd. Simply do the same thing, however, instead of a diamond block, it is an actual diamond. Sorry for the mix-up, but after this, you get the air gun. It is much more powerful, able to kill players a lot easier, and it takes pellets as ammunition. Be wary though, it does a lot of damage to you. Another thing to mention, no matter what you do, it will always deal 5 to 4 hearts, 5, 4, 6 hearts of damage to you. No amount of armor or potions can decrease how much damage it does. So be sure to have healing items on standby. The sheer force of the weapon is enough to deal damage to you and quite a bit. So never use it against enemies, as I will reiterate multiple times during this review, only use it against actual players. It should kill them in 1 to 2 hits, so have your healing items on standby. However, if they have this, be warned, it will kill you in 1 to 2 hits, depending on whether or not you have armor. Also, the hitbox is kind of odd, so be sure to be a really good aim with it. Practice and creative before actually using it. Next is the laser beam. Now this thing is very powerful, but also very damaging to you. And it actually takes up an emerald, as a lot of these are going to. Simply place the emerald in the middle. The 4 corners are occupied by diamonds. And then to the sides, place iron ingots. And you get the laser beam. It fires glowstone. It is not very durable, but it does a heck ton of damage. Use this against players for a 1 to 2 hit kill. However, it does 6 to 7 hearts of damage to you. So use it to finish them off if you're fleeing and you just so happen to have it. You get 30 or so shots of this before it breaks, just as a note. Now, before you can make use of the next weapon, have emeralds and diamonds, because it uses a custom item as ammo. Place 1 emerald in the center and 2 like this, and you will get 15 plasma charges. In survival mode, these are used as ammo for the plasma beam. This thing should be a consistent 1-hit kill to players. But it does 8 or 9 hearts of damage to you. Never use when you're not at full health, unless it's only like 1 or a half a heart of damage. Now, as said, it is very devastating. Very devastating. Be wary when using this, and try and use it as only a last resort. Now, if you look carefully, it actually makes a very small crater wherever it fires. As said, it's about a 1-hit kill for players, depending on whether or not they're wearing armor and what type of armor they are wearing. But be careful, it literally does 32 damage, if I am correct. And if I remember. 32 damage! That is like 3 times as powerful, if not 4 times as powerful, as a diamond sword. The gun-type weapons are very powerful, but mostly meant to be used in PvP. Just remember that. This weapon, however, can in fact be used during PvP. or PvE, as well as PvE, due to the fact that it's very powerful. Now, it is also very expensive. Make sure to have a lot of emeralds and diamonds before attempting to craft this ridiculously powerful weapon. Now, it's much more expensive. 2 TNT, a block of iron, a block of emerald, a block of diamond, and 2 blocks of redstone gets you the Mega Beam. This thing creates quite the crater upon firing it, as you will see. It is not that durable, but you can get about a stack of emeralds off before using it. Did I mention it uses emeralds as ammo? Yeah, maybe don't use the gun-type weapons unless you have a ton of ammo for them. Sorry about that. Now, this is the third ultimate weapon and the ultimate ranged weapon. The achievement it gives you is quite a mouthful, so I love the smell of plasma in the morning. Vaporize your enemies with a powerful Mega Beam once you finally acquire it. Now, you don't get it from crafting it. Once you fire it for the very first time, you will get the achievement. Just remember that so you're not saying that it's bugged, which another weapon is in fact, but we'll be going over that one next. I'm seriously getting annoyed of all of this rain annoying my achievements and ruining... Wait, what? Just ruining my mod review. Now, this weapon is very powerful. It takes flame charges as ammunition, and it's not that durable. However, it does a lot, like 40 to 50 damage, if I'm correct, depending on what you're facing. And it sets them on fire if they didn't already die. This is uncraftable, only available in creative mode or by spawning it in survival mode. And this is the flamethrower. Hairspray and lighter flamethrower for the win. Now, as said, it's a bit too damaging and OP to actually be used against enemies or players. So simply use it if you want to have a little bit of fun in creative mode. One of 3 to 4 weapons you can't actually craft due to them being a little overpowered. Now, the next we'll be going over soon, but for now, let's look over the glove or knuckle type weapons. These are meant to be used as sort of hand-to-hand combat variants. To craft the first one, simply take 5 leather, and you do as much damage as a stone sword while still having the durability. Now, the textures for these are very bad. I'm very sorry. They kind of look like gloves, but not really. As I said, very sorry about that. I didn't know how to texture these, and I couldn't make a 3D model because I didn't know how to use Technique back then. But, yeah. I'll try and speed through these ones because they're not very interesting. Next is the steel wool glove, which you will probably be using until you find diamond. The metal knuckle is one of the uncraftable weapons, and I will be going over it after this. It does as much damage as an iron sword, is a little bit more expensive, and it is about as durable. As said, I didn't put too much effort into the glove type weapons. If you really want to use them, go ahead. The last one is actually pretty good. The next weapon is the metal knuckle. It does as much damage as a diamond sword, and it only took 5 iron to craft. It was pretty off the curve in terms of how much I wanted each thing to do, depending on how much it cost. You can still spawn it in creative mode if you want to have a little bit of fun with it, or just want to have the full set in general. So, yeah, just remember that. Next, we have the very powerful diamond knuckle, crafted the same way as with the leather glove, only with diamonds instead of leather. It is more powerful than a diamond sword, if not more expensive. About as durable as a diamond tool, about 1,000 durability. Be sure to check these out with some mod, because I don't know exactly how much each of these can take in terms of durability, because I don't have the stat sheet next to me due to an unfortunate programming incident. But that is the diamond knuckle. The ultimate glove, / the best one in the category, is the Infinity Gauntlet. So take 2 diamond blocks and 2 diamonds and craft it as such, with the diamond sword off to the very left, and you get the fourth ultimate weapon, the Infinity Gauntlet. More powerful and as durable as a diamond sword. No knockback or anything, but if you want to use glove type weapons, be sure to use this one. The achievements that it gives you is Infinity on My Hand. Cover your enemies with an infinite spectrum of pain after finding this ancient gauntlet. That is 4 out of 9 ultimate weapon achievements. Almost there, people. Next is Knives and Swords. Now, I didn't want to have medieval weapons on this, however, these swords are all things you'd probably see today from a master craftsman. Now, the butter knife is the best iron type weapon to make due to the fact that it only takes 3 and it is very, very damaging. You'll see why in an instant. 6 attack damage. About as damaging as an iron sword, but its real strength lies in its durability. Very durable, only takes 1 extra iron, no stick or anything. Now, this next one, the survival knife is uncraftable because it's very, very powerful. As you'll see, 8 attack damage. For 3 wool and 3 iron, you get a much more durable than the diamond weapons, I think, and an 8 attack damage weapon. After everything was said and done, I simply decided to have this one not craftable because I didn't want to have to go through and reprogram it and everything. Just too much of a hassle. But you can still get it in creative mode because I love this texture so much. I just love it. It took me like hours to make because I just wasn't satisfied with how it looked. So be sure to use it in creative mode if you want to see what it looks like and just how it performs. The actual sword. This is something you'd see from a master craftsman, as stated before. It is more powerful than the regular iron sword. And let's see how you craft it. 1 iron block as the hilt, 2 flint, an iron ingot as the tip, and an iron sword in the middle, and you get the plus 9 attack damage made of iron, more powerful than diamond sword. By all means, these are pretty much the most powerful weapons. However, there is in fact certain weapons more powerful. Now, something I want to mention, this thing's hilt / block animation is really cool. It looks like you're doing some sort of epic ninja block or something cool like that. However, this isn't the ultimate weapon in the category. Now this one, the texture did not take me that long as I had a picture next to me, but I still think it turned out very cool. So to craft it, yes, you need 3 iron blocks, 2 flint, and 2 obsidian. And let's see what it gives us, shall we? So we place the iron like this, 2 flint like this, and for the handle, 2 obsidian, and you get the katana. More powerful than a diamond sword, very, very durable in terms of how much you can use it. Not to mention, it just looks really ballin'. Oops. There we go. Now, this one gives you an achievement. It is the 5th, I believe. Yep. Pride of Teddy. Acquire a finely crafted and powerful sword no master bladesman could refuse. This is the 3rd reference, I believe. It is just a reference in general. If you know what it is, you'll notice that a lot of these are coming from the exact same source, but this reference in particular is pretty obscure, depending on whether or not you've played the game it is referencing, especially with the name in the title. Now, this one is a bit more blatant in terms of references. Now, it is, instead of gold for the hilt, it is blue and white. The little gem-looking things are different colors, and it is gold with a white highlight. Not too difficult to craft, however, finding 3 gold blocks may be the most difficult thing about it. Same as before, hilt and grip is with that. Flint like that, and simply cover up this middle area with gold, and you get the Sword of Kings. This is simply for the achievement. It is not as durable, while still very durable for a gold tool at least. But it doesn't do as much damage, but it's mostly for the achievement. Fit for a king. Wield a king's blade in battle after uncovering it from its 1021-year slumber. If you get that joke, you are very awesome. Just saying. So let's put that back and move on to sticks. It always amazed me why Minecraft never had a weapon that's actually a stick, considering you can actually beat enemies to death with regular sticks. So I decided, hey, I'll make an actual stick type weapon. So simply take 2 sticks and never make wooden swords ever again because you have a stick. It does as much damage as a stone sword. Not as durable as a regular wooden sword, I believe. Sadly. But yeah, that's the stick. Now, these are all increments of the first one, actually. So to make the better stick, if you get any of these references, that game is absolutely incredible. But if you know just who wields these and just why exactly it's a stick, yeah. Now, to craft the better stick, it is crafted like this. Simply take the stick, a stick, and 2... I am at the end of my patience, Minecraft. Stop interrupting my reviews with rain. So to craft it, 1 stick, right here, the stick, oak saplings to either side of it. Now, these recipes must be done in this specific location if I'm correct. So be sure to actually put it in these exact spots. Sorry not to mention that up until this point, but yeah. Put everything exactly where it is. No shortcuts or anything. And you get the better stick, which is as powerful as an iron sword, despite being made of mostly wood. Now, the very good stick is crafted pretty easily. A lot of these use saplings, which you should have an abundance of. Before I show you how to craft it, though, I'll just go to sleep so it can be morning, so it doesn't have to be night during my review. There we go. So now let us craft the very good stick. So, 2 sticks here, the better stick here, flanked by 2 oak saplings, and you get the very good stick. This is on par with a diamond sword, people, and you can get it within an hour of playing the game if you are lucky enough. So you won't have to use anything else unless you actually want to use anything else until you find emeralds and blaze rods. And finally, the ultimate stick-type weapon, not to mention one of the very few enchanted weapons. 2 blaze rods to amplify its power, 2 emeralds, and the very good stick, and you get the mystic stick. It is more powerful than a diamond sword, about as durable, not to mention it has smite 3 and a damage of 12. Let's test it out. There you go. 2 hits as compared to 3 with a diamond sword. Now, this is the next ultimate weapon. Oops. Now, the achievement is bugged. You cannot get it. Okay? However, once you craft it, just consider you have it yourself. So this is patience is rewarded. And endure sarcasm and suffering to get this weapon. Now, that is also another reference, but yeah, if you get that reference, you know what a 3% drop chance looks like. Yeah. The final and best category of weapons, especially considering the last ones, is knives. Now, this is legit just knives. Never turns into a sword or katana. It's all knives. Now, the first weapon in this category is the makeshift knife, crafted with 1 stick, 2 wood, and 2 flint to sharpen the blade. Crafted as such, and you get a makeshift knife. As powerful as a stone sword, well, about as durable as a wooden one. Still pretty good for early in the game if you manage to find some flint. Next, this texture took me 3 hours. I wasn't sure exactly how to explain it was a poorly constructed knife, but eventually I decided that the blade should be a little bit off near the edge. Now, it may look like iron, but you actually craft it with 2 cobblestone, 2 flint, and a stick. Simply have the hilt be a little bit off, 2 cobblestone, sharpen it up with flint, and you get the poorly constructed knife. It's as good as an iron sword while still being made of flint and stone, while being about as durable as a stone sword or so. But the real kicker here is the plain knife. Crafted with 2 iron, 2 sticks, and 2 flint to sharpen it. The plain knife. It is already more powerful than a diamond sword, not to mention it's only made of iron. Yeah, Vanilla weapons are pretty obsolete in this mod if you don't feel like using really lame and stuff swords that only cap out at 7. But that's not all. No, there are more. The extra sharp knife is crafted with 1 stick, 2 iron, and a diamond. Simply like this, with a stick for the hilt, a blade consisting of 2 irons and sharpening it with diamond, plus 9 attack damage, the extra sharp knife. Yeah, it is pretty damaging. However, the last 3 are among the most powerful in the entire mod. Also, this crafting recipe, I'm not sure what I was thinking, but bear with me. The grip is 2 leather and the hilt is 1 stick with 1 iron block, 1 iron block in the center, 2 diamonds flanking it to sharpen it, and 1 iron at the tip, and yet a worn knife, plus 11 attack damage. For the price of 2 diamonds, you get more powerful than a diamond sword, about as durable, but this is very good, but pales in comparison to the 2 most powerful weapons in the entire mod. First, simply replace the iron with gold blocks. Same type of crafting recipe as earlier. The true knife. Fire aspect 2, 12 attack damage. Very, very good weapon, especially if you're facing mobs that have more health than the vanilla ones. Sorry, buddy. Now, this is the second to last ultimate weapon, and it is the second ultimate knife. Or it is the first one, but it isn't as powerful. The achievement you get for crafting it is Hard Truth. Acquire the true weapon on your journey. Now, the very last weapon, and the most powerful, everything has been building up to. It isn't as powerful as the beam weapons, but it does no damage to you, and it's significantly cheaper, if a little bit more expensive than a lot of the other ones. So, 1 stick for the hilt. The guard is 2 obsidian. The blade is 2 iron blocks, sharpened with 2 blocks of diamonds. And this is it, people. The last ultimate weapon and the most powerful in the entire mod, with a texture that took me an entire day to come up with, because I couldn't exactly just find one I liked. The real knife. The last reference in the entire mod, doubly as powerful as a diamond sword, with 14 attack damage. Yeah, if you're facing powerful mobs, like modded ones in particular, I'm going to be making a Mundane mobs mod as soon as I get Techni down, as well as all the stupidness that is Mixskin 3D and all that, as well as just how to mod it. But this gives you your very last ultimate weapon achievement, not of this world, get a taste for reality. It has 9999 durability, if I remember correctly. The most durable weapon in the entire mod. The most powerful in terms of melee. It's craftable, and yeah. So, overall, this has been the Mundane Armory mod by me. There will be a link in the description to the CurseForge page. If you want to find it on the Curse launcher for assembling a mod pack, which I hope some of you do use it. If you actually do, please, in the description or the comments, send me a link or just the name of your mod pack, because I would love to see some people using this. This video was designed so people could find the recipes without using just enough items as I did here. So yeah, please tell me how I did for my first mod. The textures are what I'm most proud of. The technical aspect, not so much, but hey, it's my first mod. Cut me some slack, especially me. I'm cutting myself some slack as much as I don't feel like it. So yeah, it's already at 60-some downloads on the CurseForge page, which is absolutely incredible. And if you're watching this, I'm just going to say thank you for everyone who's already downloaded this mod. It means so much to me that my very first mod has already gotten so many downloads. Like, my mod pack, Death Incarnation, only has 70, and that was released well over 3 months ago. So, yeah, that was Chromanson50 being very thankful. Now, depending on what you want to use, just have fun with this mod, please. It would honor me that you would use this over the vanilla weapons or all the million other weapon mods out there. Yes, very thankful. This was Chromanson50 with his very first mod review of a mod he made, signing off with two things. If you got all the references, you are an amazing person. All those games are absolutely incredible. Tell me how many of the references you got in the comments. If you get all of them, congratulations. And what was that last thing I wanted to say again? I think that was actually it. So, yes, this monster of a mod review being the Mundane Armory review. This is Chromanson50. Hopefully it recorded. Bye.